Hi everyone and welcome back to the Brick Pods. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to our channel. Today we're going to be doing our first collaboration video, Ian and I together, which is not always a good thing. We've obviously done our live streams together if you caught any of those, but this is our first video where I'm asking his opinion on camera, so hopefully it will go okay. So do you want to say hello, Ian?
Hello.
Yeah. So this is a set that Ian wanted, the flower bouquet. Set 10280. It's got 756 pieces and it's available at lego.com as well as others. It's not an exclusive to Lego, so I'll put some affiliate links down in the description below if you want to pick it up yourself. So we're going to get building. Okay, here it is. It took about an hour and a half to build. There's 6 different types of flowers there and currently 2 brick pods in amongst them. So we're going to go through each different type of flower. There's some variations in the flowers and when you have more than one, so we'll go through all of those details and let you know what we think of them. Okay, so the first flower you build is the daisy, and it's not just the daisy, it's the common daisy apparently according to the book, and that's 3 different daisies, and then there's an annoying little shoot that apparently is yet to then flower, is what the book says. But I know that's a bit that you don't like, this bit here.
Yes, you just got a small twig sticking out the side. I don't think that looks like a shoot for a daisy because they're green.
Yeah.
And those pieces do come in
green.
green.
Yeah, you can get those in green, so it's very strange. I think they're quite pretty. They're very simple.
Yes.
And they're just sort of those rounded 2x1s, right?
Yes.
And then a circle on top.
Yeah. And the tan piece that's often used, that came first in palm trees, I think.
Okay.
That's where that shape came from. You'd normally have the leaves coming off the prongs at the top.
Is that the same shape you'd use in like a chandelier?
Yes, I think some chandeliers have used that piece.
Okay. What do you think?
It's nice, it's simple.
And both the stems are the same, aren't they? There's no
Yes.
variation in these.
Yeah, they're both identical. They are very simple.
I think it adds a good splash of colour to the bouquet itself. It's
Yeah. A
'cause
nice
it's
bright yellow. In the
yeah,
middle
exactly.
there. And obviously, you know, one of the problems is they are a bit top heavy, so they tend to fall out. But
That's not pretty.
But you can have them slightly more arranged as a 3 in a row. So you've got some variation in how you arrange them within a bouquet.
Okay, cool. Right, let's move on. Okay, so here we have the roses, and so there's 60 different Lego elements in these. The thing that I would say first is that the colour is awful, not my favourite at all. The only variation here is really in the stem, isn't it?
Yes. So we've got 2 with the curved stem with thorns, and then we've got 1 which just has a straight stem.
And those are pterodactyl wings that are making the leaves, aren't they?
I think they might be pterodon.
Pterodon, okay. That's very specific. And you found the thorn technique quite an interesting one because you put the thorn through and then sort of grab it on the other side, is that right?
Yes. So they're quite heavy heads, so they like to spin around. So the thorn goes all the way through there and then it's actually anchored into that stud.
Right.
So it just goes straight through the hole.
Can you show us the front view of it so we can sort of see the bloom here? And apparently you can open these pieces to make it bloom more.
Yes.
Depending on how bloomed you want it to be.
A more open.
Yeah. So I'm not a fan of the colour. Do you like the colour?
I do. I think it's quite a realistic
kind of
rose
like a
colour.
Blush colour.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. And
Definitely seen roses of that colour.
Yeah, I think it would have been nicer in a brighter colour. It's a bit too muted for me. And Leah definitely agrees. She said that she would prefer it if it was any other colour but this, or brown, grey, white or black. Or, yeah, those are the colours. Yeah. So
it's odd because white roses are quite nice.
Yeah.
But so this is quite different to the other set of roses you can get. So you can buy I don't know, it's that 2 or 3 roses you get in a pack.
The smaller pack.
Yeah. And so that's red, and I think it's all red. So, and the inner and outer petals are both the same piece. I can't remember which one they went with. I think they went with the slightly bigger bonnet. Mm-hmm. And these inside bits, they're also red. And I think even the teeth in the middle are red as well.
And is that a more closed up rose?
No, it's the same.
Oh, same premise. But...
Yeah, same premise. Just, as I said, slightly, I think it's the inner petals have been switched for these outer petals. So it's a slightly bigger rose. But they've been out of stock since about an hour after they were released.
That's because everyone's planning Valentines surprises for their Lego friends.
Maybe.
Lego lovers. Right, moving on. Okay, so the next one is the California poppy. So it's a bright orange poppy, this one. I think I would have preferred it to be yellow, just because I like yellow poppies. But I think it's actually really bright and really simple again. I was surprised to read that it has 34 different elements. You've just counted the ones you can see, and we only got to about 14, 15. So there must be a lot in the middle of that hiding away.
Yeah, it's got a few to build up that centre, because you've got the studs on the side being used in it and stuff, so that you can attach all different bits. If you look around the side, so it looks good from most angles, I think. It's a decent shape to it.
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
It is, when you look at it as part of the whole set, it is much brighter than the other pieces. So, I don't know, it does seem a little odd to me. But then again, I don't have any badges in flower arrangement, so what would I know?
It was a long time ago. Right. I think that's the specific angle I like, the sort of back of it.
Yeah. I do like the use of the little yellow clips to create the
stamens.
That sounds about right, yeah.
We know lots about this. But this is one of my favourites. So. Okay, next one. Okay, so this is another one of the colourful ones. It's the Snapdragon, and I again like this one. I'm a fan of the bright flowers. I like the fact that this has got 3 different colours as well. As it sort of goes up to the centre, it gets lighter.
Yeah, nice dark, big petals at the bottom, and then going slightly lighter in the middle, and then the small light pink at the top. Gives you decent variation.
Trying to get it in focus.
It's nice. I don't know how accurate it is.
And we've got a variation here. This one's the straight one, and that one's the sort of angled one. It's obviously quite a heavy top, but it does stay where it's meant to be. The funniest part is these leaves. You can actually blow those around like a windmill.
Yes.
They're good fun to play with. Oh. Or just whack into each other. Sorry. Yeah, so I like those. Ooh, hello. What would you say about them?
Yeah, I think they're good. It's a fairly simple build, actually. I mean, it's basically you build up one row, then you stick a spacer, and then the next row, kind of thing. So, but it ends up giving you a nice shape. It definitely, it's wider at the bottom. It tapers nicely towards the top. So I think it generally looks like a good flower. I said I don't know anything about flowers, so...
Yeah, you said that there's been some comments that it doesn't really represent a snapdragon very well, but I knew it was a snapdragon before you told me it was a snapdragon, so it can't be that bad.
I don't know if I've ever seen a snapdragon in real life, so,
Missed out. Okay, let's move on. Okay, this one is quite clearly going to be my favourite, given the fact that it's purple. This is the Aster. And the book says it's got 67 elements, I think it was. So we've worked out that when they say elements, they mean just pieces. I don't know why they can't just say pieces. Because you said that there is definitely not 67 different types of piece in this.
Yeah, definitely.
They're all pretty much the same, as you can see. So chuck it up here and I'll show a close up. Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. Apparently Aster means star in Greek. So I think that's...
And I don't think Aster is a flower.
It's a family of flowers.
It's a family of flowers. So this is just one of many types of Aster or something.
180 types, apparently.
Wow.
I just read that in the book. The book tells you quite a lot of stuff about these flowers, and it's quite nice. So I may sound knowledgeable, but I can just read. That's pretty much it. So what would you say about the build of this one, Ian?
It's fiddly.
Yeah, it looks like a fiddly one, because there's so many bits to add on.
Particularly this bottom row. So here you've got the double flowers and then a single flower.
What,
leaf.
double flower?
So you've got
I see.
two. So if we actually open it out, you can see a bit better.
Oh, yeah.
So you've got the two leaf pieces with the plate in the middle, the single one. So you need to get it so that the single ones are between the doubles, which requires quite
a lot of manipulation.
Yeah, messing around and then poking it up. And then as soon as you put it down on something, everything shifts around anyway.
Yeah, this is definitely the one that you seemed to be having a problem with most while you're building. But look, it's beautiful.
It is nice.
That's definitely my favourite. I wish there was two of these. But then I guess because it is so beautiful, you don't want to overload your bouquet with too many beautiful things. Is that how it works?
I don't know. As I said, you're the one who got a badge in flower decorations.
Flower arranging.
Sorry, flower arranging.
Yeah. Right. Okay, let's move on to the last one. Okay, I'd say this is the last flower, but I'm not sure. Is the lavender a flower? It definitely says it's a plant in the book, and I would say it's a plant.
The little purple bits.
The little lavender. Well, but when you look at a lavender, those aren't flowers. They're like these little beads of annoying, smelly stuff that just get right up my nose. I don't think they're actually flowers. I think this is I'm not happy with this one. This is my least favourite, even though it's purple, which is upsetting, but it just doesn't look like lavender to me.
It doesn't.
You can see what they're trying to go for, but it's weird.
I think really for lavender the clusters need to be closer together.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's they didn't have any of the shorter poles and so had to space them out like that.
What, Lego didn't have any of the shorter poles? They couldn't make their own. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what they've got available in what colours.
Yeah.
But then again, I have just found a small round pole, which, if you'd use those instead...
Is that not the same? No, it's not.
No, that's shorter.
And that's one of our spare pieces from a set we recently built, so...
Yeah. So if they'd have used those instead, I think it would have been more compact and would look more like lavender to me.
Yeah. I don't like the egg pieces as well, the sort of gold egg pieces. They're strange and, I don't know. It's not my favourite. Let's hold it up so get a closer view. Was it fun to build this one? I mean, from top down, actually, it's not so bad. That's more lavendery.
Well, that's it, because you're shortening the perspective, so when you're looking top down, those poles are effectively shorter.
Yeah. That, rubbish. That, good.
Yeah.
Rubbish, good. Rubbish, good. Just in case we really get it the first time. Fun to build?
No, not really.
No, not your favourite.
No.
Okay.
And a bit fiddly. They're a little bit fragile. That's it, just try and break it.
Sorry. Okay, right. Let's have a look at the foliage. Okay, everyone who has a flower arranging badge will know that you always need to add some green into an arrangement, or into a bouquet, you can't just put the flowers in. You've got to space it out with this foliage, or foliage, depending on how you like to say it. So there's two different types in there. He's the sort of bushy one and then the kind of leafy ones. I like the leafy ones best because they flip down at quite a nice angle.
Wow. So that's a bit too much of an angle. You really want them more like that.
No, I'd say that's fine because you do get grasses like that kind of do that. Oh, look, I'm the one with a badge, right?
Yeah, true.
I'm not entirely sure about the spiky ones, what they're meant to represent.
Just like a grass.
Yeah. And it's odd that this is a new colouring for this piece. You would have thought that they would have made that piece before.
Yeah.
It's a bush and it's green, so you would imagine a green bush is a thing that you would get. Can't quite see the detail. There we go. So yeah, they've done it in other greens, but first is this dark green?
Yeah, this is the first dark green.
But yeah, strange.
I mean, so the advantage of this one is that, you know, it does look good from any angle because it's very simple. Whereas with the leaf pieces, the back is not the best looking thing. I mean, they've at least tried to add the colour, so you've got the dark green running down the middle with the sand green round the side.
Yeah, kind of give it some depth.
But it's too much anti-stud on show, really, for it to look like a leaf. But from the front, it does look good. You've got that nice surfboard creating the nice tip.
Surfboard? This bit?
Yeah, that's a surfboard on the end.
Cool.
So that is new colour for surfboard.
Yeah, because all the surfers want a sand green surfboard.
Yeah.
Weird. Okay, that's all of them. Okay, so that's the flowers. Oh, the flower bouquet from the Botanicals range, all done. Overall thoughts?
They're nice. There's a decent variety of flowers. They're interesting builds, decent colours. It's a nice new set of pieces in colours that haven't come out before. Yeah, overall, it's a good set. I find the leaves a little bit, so like on the Snapdragon and the roses, the leaves on the stems just too loose. They just spin round.
I think that makes it more playable. I'm not sure it's meant to be a playable set, but
no,
it entertains me. What are your plans for the flowers then, Ian? Are you going to give them to your lovely wife as a Valentine's Day gift to put on display?
No.
I
I will be disassembling the stems mainly, and then seeing how I can use them either within the city or within the coral reef, is where most of them will probably end up.
Yeah, and you've got a blog post that I'll link to on that.
Yep. So that will show pictures of them in whatever position I find them to go in.
Yeah, so check that out. I just wanted to quickly show this set. This is the tulips, which we haven't built yet, but it has a picture of the roses that are out of stock that we couldn't get. So as you can see, they're pretty much the same sort of head build, but the leaves are slightly different, and obviously the colouring's different. So we'll be picking those up at some point.
So they have got the slightly more interesting, I don't know what they're called, the little leaves around the bottom of the flower.
Oh yeah, I like those.
And the ones on the stem
Yeah,
as well.
I think those are a better rose, I think. But I kind of feel if they'd done these roses in the bouquet, they would have been front and centre of the whole thing. And I think they've tried to go for a sort of a more balanced palette, so that all of the flowers work together, not just one.
Yes,
main
and I think if
focal
you'd
point.
have had 3 of those red roses in there, it would have just been too bright. It
would have thrown it off completely.
Yeah.
So let us know what you think of the flower bouquet. Are you planning on guessing it? Let us know in the comments below. If you like Botanicals, go check out Ian's bonsai post as well, which I'll link up. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an update. See you later!
Cheerio.